Hi, this is Shiva Rajaya from vitalcoaching.com. We are talking about vital sex and tantric sex. And the topic for this video is Vita Erotika, Vita Tantrica, sexual activation. I love inventing new words. I come from a Spanish and French background. And so I use a lot Latin and Spanish and French and bring all that together with a little bit of Italian and create words like this, like for instance, I use the word vita, I use the word erotica or the word tantrica. Vita erotica means erotic life. You can invoke a more erotic life by just using this mantra. Vita erotica, Vita erotica. So what's really interesting is that we live in a world where sexual energy has been suppressed so much, and it's time to bring back a sense of dignity to our sexual energy. Imagine that the sexual energy is one of the incredible gifts that we received as humankind or as life force on this planet. The first cells dividing themselves, the first animals making babies through the use of sexual energy. And we as human beings would not be here if it wasn't for sexual energy. It's as simple as that. So imagine that sexual energy is an intelligent field of unlimited possibility. Intelligent. It means that it is able to respond. It's a goddess-like field that responds when we call upon it. So this word Vita Erotica is a way of reconnecting with your own sexual power and your own sexual energy. Imagine that you have this field of sexual energy which is responsive, and that has been getting the message from humankind for a long time that sex is bad, pleasure is bad, we suppress, we have something inside of us that we would rather not have. We feel anxiety, we feel shame, we feel guilt when we tap into this pure natural instinct. So it's like we are sending lots of messages in the direction of this field of sexual energy, which are extremely dysfunctional. Okay, sexual energy is one of the most basic building blocks of our lives. How can we go and say, oh, I would rather this disappear. I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want even to realize that I'm a sexual being. What? If we send that message out, of course it's going to create an immensely dysfunctional relationship with that energy, because that energy is not going anywhere. It's right there. You are a sexual being. You have sexual organs. That's how we make babies, and that's how we were born. The first thing that you see when you come to life as a baby, what is it? You come out of your mother. That's how we were born. So how come we are very comfortable with putting all this shame and all this guilt in a subconscious way and not give it some form of glorification? The sexual act is sacred. This is how we were born. The sexual act is a gateway, it's a pathway, it's a portal to spiritual evolution and opening. It's a pathway to connect to your spirit, to your soul, to the very essence of who you are. So how come we have this very dysfunctional relationship with sexual energy as a human race? The level of optimization right now of the sexual energy on the planetary level is maybe at 20%. We are not performing really well, seriously. Look at all the porn behaviors, all the attitudes, all the shame and guilt, all the traumas and the abuses going on, all the dissatisfaction, sexual withdrawal, all these patterns are dysfunctional patterns. It's packed with shadows. And so how are we going to harmonize all that and heal that? We bring in light, we bring in fresh energy, we bring in new mindsets. I love sex, I love pleasure. Pleasure is good for me. I want to give sex pleasure to my partner. I want to make love, I want to enjoy, I want to be sensual, I want to play with sensuality. See, those are positive mindsets. They are bringing in new qualities. So the moment you start befriending the sexual energy, you start really sending love messages. I love my sexual energy. I love sexual energy. Sexual energy is beautiful. We start glorifying it and giving it back a sense of dignity. This is what this word Vita Erotika. Vita Erotika. Think about this magnificent space, sphere of energy, unlimited potential that can come and stream through your being, and that you can really learn how to master, how to play with, you know, rather than having this kind of shameful relationship with. You see what this can do in your life? Do you just imagine the potential if your sexual energy was fully harmonized and fully optimized in your system? How does that feel? Imagine it for a second. So what does it take? You have different approaches, right? You have really the mindset, the thoughts that you associate with it, and start shifting those. I love sex. You know, start saying that more frequently. Start having sexual conversations with your friend. Bring it to the surface rather than keeping it in the shadows. That's one thing. Another one is the practices. How do you engage in sex? What do you do with your sexual energy? How do you play with it? And once you start opening that space, then suddenly everything starts changing. Everything, because the moment you free your sexual energy, the moment you start enjoying it and having a very harmonious and loving and caring relationship with that energy inside of you, then it starts impacting on all aspects of your life. It starts healing, bringing harmony, bringing peace, bringing satisfaction, bringing joy and happiness, and opening gateways in your chakras and blossoming and creating these rivers of joy and power and harmony throughout your whole being. It's so powerful. It's time to tap into it. And of course, you know, this is an open invitation. It's not something that I'm trying to force on you, okay? If the sphere of sexual energy is a bit traumatic and a bit difficult, and you don't have time and don't want to sustain a shame or guilt projection on that energy inside of you, you're free. It is your body, it is your mind, you are the one making the decisions. I have absolutely no right to force you into anything. But if you feel that this message is like triggering an activation, and you go, yeah, that feels right. I want more of that. I want more of that freedom. I want more of this pleasure. I want more of this energetic liberation. I no longer want to be in a state of shame and guilt concerning this most natural aspect of my life. Then watch the other videos, start tapping into that, start activating it. There is a lot that is being said out there in terms of tantric energy. You can go back to my website, vitalcoaching.com, sign up for some sessions, be in contact, be in touch, go to workshops, activate those patterns with your lover, with your husband, with your wife, with your partner, whoever is there. Redevelop, reconnect sensually with your body, rediscover the sensations. You know, there is a lot of it. But the first thing this is your point of connection. Vita Erotika. How many more mantras that we can use, but this is one of them. If you can relate to this one, just start using it. Wake up in the morning, you go, Vita Erotika. Vita Erotika. You can add the word Grasia. Grasia Vita Erotika. It means thank you to my sexual energy. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I love it. I think it's a very glorious way to relate to this incredible gift that was given to us as a human race, which is called our sexual energy. Grasia, Vita, Erotica.